All right, guys, let's see how we can set up our LXD so we can have a very fast emulation of virtual machines. And actually, we can develop inside of them. What's the benefit? Here, those virtual machines, for example, we can create snapshots and then reload the information. So we don't need to restart the containers, etc. Also, we have graphical console that we can use, as well as root terminal. So whenever something happens, we have connection to the machine. So from the block of LXD, you can enable the UI, reload the LXD, and then expose this port, and then of course browse the local host on this port. And then you need to create several certificates, import them into your favorite browser, and afterwards you will have an access towards your LXD server. All right, if you have certain problems, you need probably to switch to local image server with this command during the installation. Also, if you're prompted always to have elevated privileges, it's recommended that you add your current user into the LXD group. Since here I'm using LXD directly into WSL, this is excellent information that provides you with information on how you can compile your own image in order to create custom kernel that's used by LXD. Basically, when you compile it, you need to set up IO virtual sock driver to be loaded as module. Afterwards, when everything is ready, to use the custom WSL kernel. Here are the instructions. And of course, don't forget to use another user here in the last part, because your might be different than user. So you have some lines to change here, user, also user, all those occurrences. You need afterwards to restart WSL2 and to check whether this module is loaded. After it's loaded, we will be able to connect graphically to our virtual machine. If you are having more problems, such as losing network connection inside of the LXD, this can come from additional Podman or Docker that you might have. And you can read, of course, more on the issue, but the point is just to enable the egress traffic with those two commands towards your bridge interface. So here the default Linux bridge 0 interface is used. And of course, to allow the forwarding of the packages with this command directly to the kernel. So when everything is ready, you can download preferred images. And actually, for the graphical user interface, you would like probably to use images of type VM. When they are downloaded locally, you can create instances out of them. And here I've created some, and this one is running. Of course, on the configuration, you can edit it. You can apply limits. For example, you can increase the memory limit directly from the UI. You can see where the snapshots are configured. And of course, you can run the console. If you would like to run a custom console, well, basically you need to go to your terminal. And here to issue the following command, LXC console. This is the name of the container or virtual machine. And then to type VGA. When you run this, this will invoke connection towards the exposed port. Of course, for this to run, you might need to install the Spice application. And now, speaking of applications, in order to run them, the snap will not be your best friend. So it's recommended to add Microsoft, for example, packages above the default snap packages in apt. So then they will have priority, and for example, for Visual Studio Code, it will be installed first. So here are the instructions inside of the Visual Studio Code website. The same is for Firefox. So here under the section install Firefox deb package for Debian-based distributions, you again prioritize packages from Mozilla in the apt repository, and afterwards you're updating the repository and installing Firefox. And that's how you can have a fully functional environment. Of course, it can be made to run in a full screen, and that's how you can have quite powerful emulation within your machine. Of course, don't forget to use this directly on Ubuntu or any Linux distribution, because otherwise you're creating a lot of overheat for virtualization. I hope you've enjoyed the information, and if you like it, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.